Yeah, good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. So this is just a short exhortation to the single ones, those probably trusting God for a relationship, a positive relationship. For you to go into a relationship, it starts with you dating, and one of the things I've discovered is that people date unintelligently. The way people go about dating, they go about it the very wrong way, and that is why many a time after dating they find themselves in situationship instead of relationship. So if dating is the bridge that guides anyone into a relationship, then you ought to do it in an intelligent way. You need to understand that dating is not about you just jumping from one restaurant to another, taking ice cream and eating chicken. Dating is beyond that. You also need to understand that dating is not a time to test your sexual prowess. Neither is it a time to be careless with the way you live your life. Dating is a time when you invest your time and your attention on someone with the expectation of future commitment. Right? It's a time when you invest your attention, your time on someone with an expectation for future commitment, love relationship, right? And if you would want to invest your time and attention on someone with such an expectation, you would want to do it right. Then how then do you date intelligently? Now, the first way you would want to date intelligently is by asking questions. There is no better way to date by than for you to ask questions. Whoever it is you find yourself with dating, right, ask the person questions. And you don't want to ask the right questions. You would want to ask positive questions. You want to ask questions that would lead you into the relationship, not unnecessary questions. Questions that you would want to first of all ask about the background. Let them tell you about the background. Where are they from? What have they gone through? Let them tell you about their history. Let them tell you about their family background. Let them tell you about their health situation. Now, anyone who is not proud enough to tell you about interesting things about their head is not good enough to be in a relationship with, right? It's only a time for you to ask about are you AA, are you AS, are you SS? It's important. It's at the state of dating you ask these questions so you don't fall in love and you find it hard to then make certain decisions. So you start by asking questions. Secondly, you would want to also spend time observing. When you ask people questions, many times people are always quick to tell you what they are not. So by giving attention to observation, you try to look out for those things they claim to be and see if they truly are. Don't get distracted by the oh I love you, don't get distracted by the oh feelings. You do want to be very intentional enough for you to observe. This man says he's diligent, he says he loves reading, he says he is truthful. Put them to the test. Observe them, right? So when you put them to the test, then you observe to see if truly the fruits that they claim to have are what they are bearing. Then surely you want to also give attention to prayers. Yes, it is extremely important. Yeah, it is in the state of dating that you want to pray. Why? Because there is so much your ears can hear and there's so much your eyes can see, right? So you want to also involve the spiritual. For those who are Christians, you want to involve the spiritual. You want to ask the Holy Spirit to reveal more to you concerning the person you're dating. But eventually, the person is not telling you all that there is to know. By giving attention to prayers, what that would do for you is that it will cause God to reveal things, interesting things that the person might have not told you about. At the end of the day, only God knows the hearts of men, and only God knows who and who is who, right? Then lastly, you want to also surround yourself with godly counsel. Never date in isolation. This is where we make big mistakes. People date in isolation. Never ever date in isolation. When it comes to dating, you'd want to date with godly counsels around you. As you are going on dates, carry people along, people that you know that have been in that before, who have proof, good results that of what a relationship should be all about. Carry them along. Tell them I'm going to see this guy. This is who he is. This is what he said. Carry godly counsels around that would guide you. And I believe if you can do this 14 in the state of dating, you would not miss it.